How do you feel about the word nigga?
It's a double-edged sword. You mean how do I feel about saying it in song? How do I feel about it about expression? That's one thing.
Saying it with your family.
That's one thing.
What do you know about the word, the N-word?
Wow, I didn't know I was gonna get asked that.
I know slavery, they call slaves niggers because of the ignorance that they thought black people had at that time. They wasn't using it how we use it as a term of endearment.
I call you my N. That like we just flip. To me, it's like it's the bad word, but then again, everything that's bad to us as a culture, we make good. You know what I mean? And I think that's our talent.
The N-word now, the way it's used, it's a fad. It's like it's everybody's saying it. You know, everywhere you go, everybody's using the N-word. Every track you put on, everybody using the N-word.
Everybody calls everybody nigga. So now the N-word, people using it today, it's crazy.
I feel like it's a very ignorant word.
Just because you can say what you want to say and use the words you want to use on the streets, once again it falls into how you project yourself. Are you proud to be who you are or not? Or are you just following suit with everybody else's, term of lingo and slang?
I feel like if you say the N-word around your friends, whoever your friends is, you shouldn't get mad if they say it. Whether they white, black, green, yellow.
I don't care about using the word nigga. I care in the context of which a person uses the word nigga.
Okay, we was forced to eat chitlins. You know what chitlins was? Chitlins was the last of the pig. But they transitioned that to making that a delicacy. You can go to the restaurant and buy that for $30 now. And everybody eats it, because now we made it good.
They didn't give us pigs to feed us, they gave us pigs to kill us, so we turned pigs into something good, like we turned nigga into something good, so
They forced it on us as this is gonna torment y'all gonna eat the worst, y'all gonna have the worst, we gonna call y'all the worst. But we made that word where I call him my N, so he know I'm calling him my man.
I mean, we should stop using it, but if we continue to use it, what are we going to do? I mean, there's a lot more profanity on TV with half-naked women, and that, to me, is more degrading than using the word nigga.
When you call somebody a nigga, and you're trying to use it in a derogatory way as of now, it's not because they're black, it's because of their ignorance level.
So, it's appropriate to use the word nowadays, 2011.
Is it appropriate to curse?
2012?
Is it appropriate to eat bacon? I wouldn't say that it's appropriate to use the word nigga, but if we're talking and a person is referencing something, it could be a white man talking about one of his friends. Yo, my nigga, you know what I mean? He did this. I don't take any harm to that.
I really never had a problem with people saying the N-word, but when I was in school, they had made me watch a film on race and like people picking cotton and they was using the N-word I had a problem with that.
I remember growing up here in Coney Island, we used to walk to Bensonhurst and Bay Ridge, and they would call us that name, and they would chase us and say, "Get out of here, y'all niggas, y'all nothing," and that was very hurtful.
A lot of people, as far as the younger generation, even for myself, we didn't quite understand how bad that word was because we wasn't there when that word was being used. So it is a negative word. I do feel like we should continue finding more positive words to say to each other than using a word that was used to belittle African Americans.
Was it used in your house?
No, it was never used in my house. We never said it. It wasn't like we wasn't told to say it, but my parents wasn't using it, And us children, we learn from our parents. So if my parents wasn't using it, I didn't have to say the N-word because it wasn't used in my household. It's like that's more of an outside thing. It never That word never been tossed around in my household like that. Never. When I got older, I started saying it because I thought it was cool, but the knowledge behind it is not. That's what people gotta know.
I come from a Puerto Rican household, but you know,
Spanish people use it all the time.
Yeah, they do. They do. They
So,
do. I mean, my brothers, they hung out. You know, we look black. I mean, we hung out with the black people in the neighborhood, and hearing the N-word a lot. It was just, I heard that a lot growing up, and then going to school using it because I was accustomed to using that word, not knowing what it meant.
I think you always got to go back to the origins of it, and the origins of it are not good nature. It comes from what I understand, unless I'm totally wrong. Man, who knows? Whatever. I ain't gonna claim to know nothing. But yeah, it comes from racism, original racism in this country. White folks over colored folks. So anything that continues to tie to that should really be gone, which is one thing that word does.
I think if young people understood the meaning of it, the true meaning, where it came from, how it came about, I think they would, you know, have a different effect. And I'm not saying that when they say that to each other, that they don't really truly mean it, but I don't think they understood what it means. I think people say words, not just the N-word, but I think people use words that they really don't know what it means. Like the guys walk around calling girls hoes and bitches. They don't know what that means. They have no concept. You shouldn't even use something you don't know.
I don't personally like to use it. You know what I mean? I think it's offensive, and I don't know. I feel like rappers should stop using it in their rhymes too.
I think it's low class. It makes you look bad. It makes your history look bad. I mean,
there's other ways you can refer to generic folks. You know, my dog, my cat, whatever, my peeps, anything. But that doesn't have anything to do with that. That has clearly bad origins. So we gotta stop saying it. You know what I mean? That's what we gotta do.
Now we gotta choose: should I get mad or not, or should I just let it rock?
Right.
And instead of using that ER at the end that, you know, defines piece of crap, they use the A, which is the fad.
So because of the fad, does that make it acceptable?
To be honest, it's not acceptable, but the way society pushing it, it's looking acceptable.